Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Satisfactory. I'm Max Involved, and today we are going to continue our FICSMAS journey that we started in the last episode. I'm strategically waiting about 4 days to release these because it seems like that's when we get a new unlock, right? So we'll do that at the end of the episode, though. For now, though, do me a quick favor. Check under your tree and see if the subscribe button's there. I've been looking for it. Been trying to get people to click it, so if you could just check for me, I'd appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's hop right into this. So we got this little basic tiny setup going, right? And you know, it's making a few basic things for us, right? You know, we got the bows and everything, all the things that come with. Oh, we're not making snow yet, but we will, right? And one of the early things that we had an issue with was collecting gifts, right? Those little gifts right there. But luckily, at the end of the last episode, we unlocked the gift trees. And these, I believe, now you can't like get any stats out of them, right? But if you look in the build menu, I think they tell you produces 15 gifts per minute. Well, this is a factory game where building giant things is kind of part of the experience. So we are going to start today on the FICSMAS tree farm. That's right. And then we're going to do it right over here. So, I think what I'm going to do... What? You're about to get some Christmas cheer, buddy. There you go. Enjoy. Okay, so over here is where we're going to start the FICSMAS tree farm. And I just want to find like a good height. You know, just like a little bit off the ground, maybe something like this. And we're just gonna kind of, you know, we've all seen this before, right? We're just gonna build a pad. So I'm gonna build a pad, and then we'll kind of go from there. And boy, did we ever build a pad! Oh, and we started putting some stuff on it. So I was kind of messing around while building the pad, and yeah, I figured, you know, I'm kind of using this to space everything out. And yeah, so the idea, if you, for some reason, I don't know why you wouldn't have, but if you didn't catch the last episode, the idea is that we're going to have a train come from here over to there with all of the gifts that these trees are producing, right? So let's kind of take a look at how that's going to work. So right now, we're literally just going to make the rows of trees all connected to a belt like this, right? And you might be wondering, well, how many trees are you going to be making, right? Well, we have 480 belts. Trees make 15 per minute. Well, 15 per minute. 32 trees. And what I think I'm going to actually do, right? Because I don't want this, like this is, I don't know, how many is this? This is only 9 trees. I couldn't imagine going all the way out there with the tree farm. So what I'm going to try to do is maybe double them up. And do that something like, let's see. I don't know, we'll like space it out or something. How does this look? Maybe like put it up here. Maybe I'll kind of do something like that. Oh, hold on, I need some gifts. I'll do something like that and then like double stack them. Let's see. Kind of like, because this is like the area is exactly one foundation. Just kind of do something like that. And then I don't want to, like, putting a floor hole in this would kind of be a pain. So I'm just going to literally clip through. And we're just literally going to do something like that. So I think I'm going to go 16 out, right? So 16... and then one more 16, so that's 32 gift trees. And we're going to have, what, 5 lines of this. So yeah, so we're going to need quite a bit of the material, specifically the branches, and I think some of the ornaments. So we might want to go over there and adjust some things. These, they're all going to make FICSMAS tree branches. Right now, making the gift trees is the priority. Do I have any presents on me? Yes, I have some. And they're all slooped, right? Yes. Yes. Okay, perfect. So yeah, so we'll just pause production of the other stuff because we're not quite using it yet. And the ornaments, they're going fine. You know, we got plenty of ornaments. And if we need more, I'll just grab these while I'm here. If we need more, we can always throw a couple more trees down into these smelters. Your sloop too, perfect. Yeah, so let's kind of keep building that out. I need to kind of run the tracks up here too and figure out where exactly I'm going to put. I need to figure out like where the stations are going to go and kind of how things are going to turn back over there because I don't really want to loop back around, right? I want it to go out and around whatever the platform's going to be, right? So I'm going to work on that a little bit and then we'll just kind of teleport right over to it. All right, so you see I'm kind of starting to space out where exactly everything is going to run and land. And I've also been doing a little bit of decorating. It's just colors for now. Just colors. You'll see. I mean, you can kind of see already, right? And yeah, but I'll kind of give you a better idea of what the vibe is that we're going for here. Very FICSMAS, right? And I called this the FICSMAS tree farm. I think that's inaccurate, right? I think this is Ada's tree farm. Right? Our lovely AI overlord gets her own tree farm. And yeah, so you can see I'm kind of just spacing everything out here and kind of building this down. The way I'm going to actually end up making sure, you know, because that's kind of a pain, I'm literally just zooming this all the way over, right? And then just removing the ones that clip. I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be a way that I support this necessarily. You know, maybe throw I mean, maybe throw like that in there. There we go. I mean, that doesn't look terrible. Everything kind of goes through it nicely, more or less. Yeah, so we'll see. I may do that, I may not. You know, we eventually got to do all of this stuff anyway. But I really want to kind of lean into the Christmas colors and the decor options that we're given. I think we have... Do we have other ones? I thought there was more stuff here. Right? Like if I go to like FICSMAS, like FICSMAS candy cane. I don't know what is that in? Is that in like... Oh, it's literally right here. But yeah, I'm going to eventually be throwing this stuff down kind of, you know, wherever, maybe not in here necessarily, but as decor. We're going to be putting down the giant FICSMAS trees as decor because you can just place them however you want. And rather than having just one FICSMAS tree, we're going to have just a ton of FICSMAS trees. Kind of everywhere, honestly. And so I'm going to go ahead and kind of actually fill this thing in because it's a long, tedious process. And then we'll just hop right to it being a fully functioning farm. All right, we thought this day would never come, but we have a functioning FICSMAS farm. And you can see we are just chock full of gifts right now. And I also put in the track around the perimeter, right? So decor still pending, right? But I tried to jazz it up a little bit. I colored the outside, the lifts here. Putting some construction fence to make it seem like you're not supposed to be in there. And, you know, of course we got a walkway around the outside. I don't know. There's not like a clean way to get down the middle of them. So I might just leave that out. But yeah, you can see kind of how the train is going to end up running. It's going to go that way. And you can kind of see what's going on over there. So I think it's time, because I have the other train station and some sinks in place. I think it's time to actually test this thing. So let's go ahead and put the train down. We want you to go that way. But first, let's hop in here and let's set up the timetable. So you're going to go to Ada's tree farm and then tree farm in. You're going to save that. We're going to turn on self-driving and we're going to get on out of it because we want to see it in action. And really, I want to paint it while it's working. It's such a Christmassy farm. Dude, I feel like a secret agent doing this. We got them all. Just in time. And of course I did the same decor over here. Oh, that looks so much better. Everything's so red and green. I love it. But let's actually make sure that this is working. Now everything's super stockpiled over there, so I don't know if we will to extract everything fast enough, but I feel like that's not a bad problem to have. Oh my gosh, hold on. I didn't set these to unload. So it's doing nothing. Alright, so now that we're over here, I've kind of cleaned everything up, all the little temporary buildings, and I'm realizing there's 6 things we need to end up making, right? That's all of the constructor stuff. So everything in here. So these 4 items. And then in addition to that, there is, for now, 2 smelter items. Okay? So 6 total items that we need to make. Oh my gosh, look at the train over there. That's so cool. I love the trains. Okay. So what I want to do, and I'll probably have to move all of this stuff, honestly, is I want to start setting up constructors, right? And I think we technically have more room this way than we have this way. I don't want to encroach too closely over there. You can see I was kind of messing around with sizing and trying to figure things out. So we're going to have our constructors run this way. And if we need to expand, we can expand out that way a little bit. But to kind of get back to what I was talking about earlier, we may have to go to an upper level. I don't know. We'll see. Actually, I have an idea, right? And it'll make sense here closer to the end when we start doing the unlocks. But I wanted to figure out how I can incorporate a spiral somehow into this train line. And, I mean, who knows? I might have to now because of, you know, the increased space requirements, right? So, anyway, let's get our handy-dandy blueprints. And let's see here. Okay, this is the input side. I want to give myself a little bit of room here. So let's think about there. It's like 2.5-ish tiles. So I'll just go ahead and place that down. And again, we'll just slap another one here. The easiest way to line this up is just to get that blue center line. And then the minute it turns whatever color you have, in my case it's blue, you put it down and it just fits perfectly. So what I want to do though, I want to use 12 constructors, right? Just an even 12. I feel like that gives me a lot of room, right? However, that's going to be, you know, the numbers, right? It's always about the numbers. So if we're making FICSMAS tree branches, we're only taking in 10 per minute. Now, I'm not going to dedicate a 480 line to every item. I think that's kind of insane. I don't know what I'm going to end up needing, but, you know, we can always adjust in the future if we need to, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan these all for being 240, which means I pretty much need every row here to take in 240 gifts per minute, or each constructor needs to take in 20. We see this is at 10. Well, let's double it, right? So that's what we're going to do. What does my inventory look like? I have... Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm doing this. But it must be done because I need to take all this so we can move this. And then we'll just plop another one down. Literally right next to it. I'm just going to line it up. Okay, one over. Just like that. And just to, I mean, this is just for illustrative purposes. I'm not going to sit here and just plop down all these blueprints with you guys. You know, it's kind of boring to watch, right? But yes, but this is the idea, right? So then that's going to be branches. This row would be candy canes. And again, we need to get it to 15 per minute or 20 per minute inbound. So I don't know what, 7.5. Oh, is it like 6.666667? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So there you go. So I'm just going to do that for everything. The ribbons, the snow, and then we'll talk about the ornaments later. So let me go ahead and just movie magic all this stuff in. And just like that, we have it all done. A lot of power shards. I still have a couple hundred left, right? But we are definitely not using any sloops at this point, because I figure it's a waste at this scale, right? For this, I actually had to underclock because it wanted 25 per minute, blah, 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 right? So we've got these output bins all set up, and I made them festive, right? So we got this moving background on it. I thought that was kind of cool, you know? I don't know if I'll probably end up painting this. I don't know if I'm going to paint all this stuff. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to paint this stuff, but... And we have a ton of gifts just ready for us. This thing has been running nonstop while I've been building, so I think it's about time. Now, I'm going to do something here. I'm going to get rid of these because I like changed my mind. Oh no, I need these two. I changed my mind on how I'm going to do some stuff. So, that means that we only need to go like this and like this. And then everything should be running. God, there's so many gifts. What was that? 480 and 40 is like 960 or something, right? Yeah, well, we're really... And again, this is a manifold, so it's going to take a bit for these all the way at the end to start getting stuff. Oh, hold on. What is that? What is that? Okay, presents. There's a mistake somewhere. What is this? Yeah, see? You gotta be careful when you're putting stuff this close together. Luckily, it's not a big deal. It just meant that some of the stuff was getting taken from from all these guys. So let's clear that out real quick. But yeah, we're producing stuff. I'm also starting to figure out some decor things. I think I'm going to put like giant FICSMAS trees here, and you know, just, I don't know, just make it, I want to make it like a fun insulated thing, right? I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, this is just the beginning. We also need to figure this stuff out, right? So I think we're going to have to go this way, and what better way to get started than by explosively clearing a path. Boom, just like that. So yeah, so let's kind of talk about the ornaments, right? So the ornaments, I think I'm going to do the same thing. Smelter. I think they take different amounts, or rather they produce different amounts, right? Red is 1-to-1, but I think blue is 1-to-2. So I'm still going to have 240 going to each. So we'll get 240 red ones, but we'll get 480 blue ones. So one thing I want to do is actually get some sinks set up, right? But we're going to end up using another blueprint, right? Because we just made this blueprint actually to help us with the main base. So we're just going to put this guy down. Probably out. I'm going to build some more platform out there, and we're going to go this way. But it's a pretty straightforward operation, and I think you guys are all aware of kind of how that works. So I'm going to just kind of put it in, and we'll walk through it. And then we'll probably wrap up this episode not too much longer. And there we go. The presents are a-flowing. The ornaments are going, and we got, look, I put some sinks in because we're already overflowing on these parts over here. So we got bows and snow sinking here, candy canes and branches sinking there. These things are sinking too, although because we're already full of this, I think this is a whole 480 line. So I might need another sink over here just to kind of deal with this. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. No overclocking or anything. Is there? Oh yeah, there was here. Actually, I think I had to overclock everything. That's all red. Are you guys are overclocked too, right? Yeah. I had to overclock to get the inputs right. So a lot of power shards went into this factory. But that we should be able to make that up, right? If we look at the dimensional depot, Like, look at all of these slugs we have. So when we get the main base kind of up and running and get to the point where we have, you know, like I mentioned, I want to have just a storage container where I can just kind of go up to it, hit store all, and all this stuff filters out and goes to wherever it needs. So that when there's slugs in here, they automatically go to a slooped, or a couple slooped constructors that double the power shard output, right? So that's kind of the plan for that. Oh, and I put the, you know, got the decor up. I'm still undecided about painting all of the machines themselves. Let me know what you guys think, because I could. Don't get me wrong, like I could totally do that. You know, I don't know if we like alternate or what. But let me know if you guys think that'd be overkill. It's just an idea of it. And there's more decor stuff I haven't put down. Do I have any snow on me? You know, like the snowmen. We have FICSMAS snowmen that we can put down. So, anyway, let me go. Today is actually December 8th for me. As I'm recording this, it's December 8th in the morning. If you're watching this on December 8th, just know this was recorded the same day that you're watching it, right? And I specifically waited to do this last part until the next set of unlocks comes up, because that'll kind of give us something to work towards in the next episode. So let's go see what the advent calendar says for us. Okay, so the last one we got was 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we need 5. What do we got? Cool.
Fix-It wants you to know that you matter.
All right, where is... There's 8, so let's remember that. I need 6. And if you're ever stumped, you can put the number in here. I don't actually know what that does. Should we try it just to kind of see? So if we're looking for 6, let's say. Oh, okay. Well, that makes it very, very easy. What is this? Basic FICSMAS skins? Oh, man.
Obviously, these FICSMAS decorations do not increase efficiency. In fact, they are a downgrade on every level. They can be found in the customizer.
That is something that I'm super excited to check out. Okay, so that was 6. 7. What? Okay. Now, all the gifts, except for the ones on like the multiples of 4 so far, those are all random. I don't know about the customizer. Maybe that's not random. But like this Pulse Nobilis, completely random, right? And let's get 8, which should be a data disk. Yes.
This data cartridge enables the third pair of FICSMAS Mantry branches to be unlocked. There is a chance you are doing this because you enjoy the seasonal event for some reason. There is also a chance you are simply doing this to annoy me. I wish for you to know that, in either case, you have disappointed me.
Alright, well, sorry about that. So that's the farthest we can go. Now let's go check out the MAM. Now there's some stuff that I already kind of saw, you know, when you look at this, right? Oh, I need ornaments. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, I didn't want to have to run all the way over there, so we're just going to... I built another MAM. So now we have everything. Let's see what it unlocks for us. Yes, Ada, what do you have?
Oh, joy. The tree is fancier now. Well done. Unfortunately, you are only halfway there. More appropriate ornaments made with iron and copper can now be created in the foundry.
Iron and copper?
When I say more appropriate, I am referring to the usage of factory materials as a subtle reminder of your purpose on this planet, and the fate of all of humanity resting on your shoulders, of course.
Really? Okay, hold on. Oh, the trees have bulbs on them now. Oh, that is so good. You see, I put some around. Look, they're starting to have gifts under them. I don't know if they had. I don't think they had gifts the whole time. Yes. Okay, so let's look at what we actually unlocked. So we have the next one is FICSMAS wreaths. We're not there yet, but for now we can get snow dispensers and snow cannons. That's going to be awesome. Okay, so that looks like it's going to take the new ornaments. And FICSMAS lights also take the new ornaments. But you can make bundles and lights. Okay, so it looks like do I have any space over here? Here, let's go over here. It looks like we're going to need to start making stuff in foundries. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so this takes red and copper and blue and iron. Well, okay, so that is going to pose a problem of some sort, in the sense that I don't know where we have some of those materials. Or am I lying right now? We do have these right here. This is right by our power plant, right? Our coal factory, right there. Our coal power plant, where we have those two nodes that are just kind of off to the side. So the question then becomes, how much infrastructure do I want to put down? I think it'd be worth... Now, okay, so here's my thought process. It would be worth it and so much fun to put a train in. To put a train that goes over there somewhere and comes over here somewhere. But I have to balance spending a lot of time on infrastructure that we may or may not keep, like this. Like, I don't know how long this is going to just stay. You know, eventually the FICSMAS tree farm is going to stop producing and this will kind of just become unnecessary. But there's probably a way where I can balance a train line that kind of loops around somehow that I can then repurpose in the future for stuff going into the main base, right? Because like the main base is going to be all the way to right here. So there's got to be some way, because eventually I want to get stuff from in the starter factory brought over to the main base, right? It's kind of like the purpose of it. I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of this. And I don't think I'm going to completely change all of the production from it to over here. Necessarily. Maybe I will. So I need to be mindful about how I'm going to build this, right? So, yeah. This is also kind of what I meant when I said that we might need a... By might, I mean we will need a second floor. So, let's see here. I'm just going to kind of figure this out real quick, and I'll do it over here, honestly. I'm just going to kind of try to figure this out. Let's see how high up we need to go. God, that's 10 already. I don't want to clip with the trees, though. I guess I can have just an open side. So what is... I mean, I guess I should just go above here, huh? Like if we do something like this. You know, maybe we just kind of have the factory start like here-ish. That way this is kind of like an outdoor area. Yeah, I mean, are we... We're not... I mean, we're technically clipping these all the way in. But, I mean, do I want to go up a whole other level just to accommodate those? I don't know if we'll ever need a refinery. How high are those? Oh, God. Maybe we just actually go this high. Is that... I mean, how does that look? I didn't realize refineries were that tall. Okay, that barely makes it. All right, you know what? I'm just going to go all 10 meters. I'm just going to do it. It'll be very expansive feeling, but I don't know if we're going to need refineries. That's the thing, too. I'm just kind of, I don't know, just planning as if we might. Okay, so I think that's where I'm going to leave it. We have a lot of work cut out for us in the next episode, and I will probably be doing some of this on stream. So if you're interested in watching that, I try to stream at least on Mondays. Sometimes I get a second day in there. But if that's something you want to watch, yeah, follow me on Twitch. Subscribe here on YouTube so you can see when I'm live, because I do multi-stream to both, so you can watch on whichever platform you like. But yeah, that's kind of it for today. I hope you guys enjoy this. I know FICSMAS is kind of a niche thing, and while I'm doing this, I'm also going to be working on some stuff over here, so that there will be a couple maybe rapid fire episodes that happen after we're done here. So anyway, guys, thank you all so much, and we'll see you in the next one.